So this conversation comes from a video I recently did and someone's comment. Okay. I'm going to share their comment. Okay. And I'm going to ask everybody to just, look at this person. There's no ill feelings. Everybody has their own opinions.
Definitely.
Even if you agree with this person, hey, we're all family here, right? But the thing is, the video I'm talking about is this video where I did the 21 item delivery for $3,296, which was an alcohol delivery. And I said I should have declined because this was my back seat, all right, filled with alcohol. And this was my trunk filled with alcohol as well. All right. Now, the thing is, this person, I'm going to put them up on the screen. What their comment is up on the screen right now. All right. It says, personally, I would have felt blessed to receive $43.50 from any order. You're preaching that people should do counterproductive things here when you should be trying to find another job if you do not like your current one. I would have delivered this with a big smile on my face because to me, that is 2 tanks of gas. And people wonder why DoorDash keeps deactivating people left and right. Again, nothing but respect for you, but you are in the wrong on this one. Now, Mrs. UDM, I want to hear it from your perspective. I got paid $43.50 in total for the cases of alcohol that was in my back seat and in my trunk. Do you feel $43.50 was fair pay? Like according to this person saying that they would have done it happily for, that amount for 2 tanks of gas. How do you feel? Just be honest with me.
Being honest, no, I disagree with that. I think definitely you should have been paid more money for that. And, I'm going to bring up something probably that's kind of way left field. Maybe no one even thought about it. But he says that it's 2 tanks, he or she, I'm not sure who made the comment, 2 tanks of gas. But also all of that alcohol in your trunk, what if it would have caused you to have a flat tire, or your tire could have burst or something like anything like that, because of the pressure? Would it still have been worth $43? Because it was 2 tanks of gas. So I just think that at the end of the day, everyone has a choice of accepting what they choose and what they want. But I don't think that's acceptable. They should have at least paid you at least $80, if not more, at minimum $80. And I still think $80 is a bit of an insult, because definitely they have the money. They can pay.
Right. Obviously, they spent like $3,000 on alcohol.
Yeah. So, all of that messes up the suspension in your car, all those other things.
Yeah.
So I don't think the person who made that comment was really thinking about the entire picture, the wear and tear on the car and things like that. Yeah, it's 2 tanks of gas, but is it really worth the wear and tear on my car? Because if it breaks down, then I have no work. So I just think about the whole bigger picture. That's just my opinion. Some people may agree with it and some people may not. Everybody has their own opinion. But that's just my thoughts. No, it was not enough money.
It was not enough money. See, that's how I felt. Now, when they made the comment, and I have no ill feelings towards this person at all. This was actually a brat of the day that I shared.
Yes.
Right? So I also said in that video, if you consider me to be the brat, cool. Right. But the comment, it really made me do like a face palm, because I responded to them and I said, it's not the fact that you're calling me the brat of the day for accepting the order and doing it, but your reasoning, it just made me want to, it's because it's like the 2 tanks of gas, like you mentioned. All right. If anything, all right, let me first say this. Alcohol. Those cases of alcohol is not light. They were not light at all. Now, a person that might say, hey, I would gladly do that for $43.50 was not in my shoes with that order. They would have gladly done it, but they didn't get it, right? Now, the thing is, those aren't light. And at any given moment, with the wear and tear on our bodies, that could have affected a nerve in my back. Now, I accepted the workload, right? I expected something higher than what I received. I didn't know what I was going to receive, right? Until the very end. Because it showed up as 13 and change at first, and then an additional $2, an additional $2. So I was thinking, oh man, I might get, $300 at 10%. That's how I was thinking. So I'm like, okay, all right, judge me for accepting that offer, but don't tell me anyone is worth $43 for something that could potentially hurt your back at any given moment.
And what if you had to go up and down stairs?
What if? It doesn't only have to do with alcohol delivery. It could be Walmart. Walmart is a huge thing right now.
Yes, especially because of the holidays.
Right. And a lot of Dashers are receiving these Walmart orders. I received one today, but I forgot to crop it and all that, so I just said I'm not going to use it in this one. I received one today. It wasn't a lot of items. Well, it always says it's not a lot of items, but it ends up being a whole car load. Now, the question tonight, like I said in the thumbnail, all right, let me put the thumbnail back up. Is it too much work versus pay? Now, we could talk about Walmart. We could talk about the alcohol delivery. We could talk about just about anything that has a whole lot of work or a whole lot of weight on the body. I just wanted to have this conversation with y'all because in my eyes, if anything were to happen to me physically, it's my fault for accepting it. It's my fault for doing it. Total Wine asked me, you sure you want to take this, man? I'm like, man, I'm going to take it, boy, because I was hyped.
Yes.
I'm ready to go. I'm going to get my money, right? And that's where my mind was, my money, right? Not thinking of what could possibly happen when I get there. $43.50 is not enough for the workload. Truck drivers. Truck drivers get paid a whole lot more.
Yeah. And they're moving heavy pallets and all kind of stuff. And sometimes they don't even have to do anything because somebody's there to load the truck and unload it. So
sometimes they got to do it all by themselves,
and
right?
Sometimes they have to do it all by themselves.
And they get paid a whole lot. I'm talking about $30,000, $40,000 more than what we get. So please don't tell me you would accept $43.50. If you would accept $43.50 happily because it gives you 2 tanks of gas, it's not about accept $43.50 because it's $43.50. Don't say the workload, you would happily do it. This conversation is about this brat of the day that I did about the 21 item alcohol delivery. This was my back seat and this was my trunk. Each of those boxes, I had to carry one at a time because they were just too heavy. Now, I'm not going to overwork myself. It took me like an hour and a half and some change or however long it took. All right. It took me a little bit to get that done, but $43.50 for the hour and a half was decent. Right. But the workload
wasn't worth it. Not at all.
Not at all.
Definitely. And Bill in the chat brought up a very good point. In some states, that's illegal for you to have that much alcohol in your car. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. It's illegal. They don't want to hear, you're independent contractor. Some cops, they don't want to hear that. So.
Wow.
You're still taking a risk and they're not paying you for that at all. And if something happens, you're deactivated.
Wow. Let's Gig It says cat litter is heavy too.
Yes, it is. Yes.
But it's like I said, it's not just about this situation. It's about the workload. What is too much? When we signed up, and I'm gonna open up the lines. Just let me get this out. When we signed up to pick up and drop off what we thought was food. A lot of people sign up for food delivery. If you wanted to do shopping, you went to Instacart. If you wanted to do shopping, you went to Shipped, right? But now, DoorDash is doing shopping.
Yes.
Well, it's not just now, but they partnered with Walmart to get a lot of their shopping done, all right, delivered. Okay, now what they're currently doing is giving drivers multiple drop-offs for one pay. 4 drop-offs. Somebody shared with me today. They declined it, but it was 4 drop-offs for $16.
That's crazy. Instacart pays you more than that.
4 drop-offs for $16. Now, keep this in mind. Yeah, you might think, hey, it's 4 drop-offs. If it's 4 items, right? You might think 4 drop-offs, that's not too bad. But how long is it going to take you to get from one drop-off to the next drop-off to the next drop-off? And that's 4 different customers you got to call just in case. This is worst case scenario. You got to call each customer because you can't get in contact with them to figure out where you got to drop this stuff off.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's not like Amazon where everything is close together. You know, the drop off and the routes are awesome.
Well, you got to take that back because Amazon been messing up a lot lately. A lot of these drop offs just.
Oh, well, I haven't been on the platform in a minute, so I'll see on Sunday.
Okay.
I have a shift, so.
Okay, so with that said, I'm going to go to the chat and I'm going to open up the lines. I want to hear how y'all feel about this conversation. The workload. What is too much?